The song "Here I Am" brings back to my mind, the service in which I said to God, "Yes, I'm here, and I will go wherever you want me to go." Had no idea at the age of 13 how that was going to happen, but God worked it out. That said, here in the United States, most of our homes have good, pure drinking water, whether we have our own wells or depend on municipal water systems. In my hometown of Quincy, Massachusetts, we have city water piped in from a reservoir created over 100 years ago. However, clean, germ-free water is not available in many places around the world. This was certainly true in Indonesia, a country where the stream used as a bathtub for people and water buffalo was the same stream women would use to fill their jerry cans with water for household use. The Indonesian city we lived in had running water, but we were cautioned that the water needed to be boiled for 20 minutes in order to kill off all possible waterborne diseases. The containers were kept covered to avoid dust, insects, and other sources of germs from getting into the water. Our cook, yes, we had a cook, Jamila, faithfully boiled all water used for drinking, for washing fruits and vegetables, even for washing dishes. Just recently, I received letters from missionary friends detailing the time, energy, and expense needed to secure clean water. In the Bible passage this morning, we are told about a well which supplied water to Sychar, a town in Samaria. Just like the well in my hometown, this well was provided generations before it was needed, during the time of the patriarch Jacob. It was well known that Jacob had given the well to his son Joseph. The diligent women of the town would have come in the cool of the morning to draw the water needed for cooking the first meal of the day, for bathing, for cleaning. They came early to be with other women, to catch up with the goings-on in each other's families and what was happening around the town, to have time away from family before dealing with the demands of the day. But this Samaritan woman comes to the well alone in the noontime heat, not the usual time for this chore. She is a social outcast. She is living with a man who is not her husband. She has been divorced 5 times. As a woman, she could not have divorced her husband, since at that time it was the husbands who divorced their wives. She has been divorced multiple times. What caused her to be cast aside by all those men? Was she too independent? Unable to have children? Why wasn't she living back home with her mother, her sisters, or other female relatives? We aren't told the exact reason or reasons for this abandonment. When she comes to draw the water, Jesus is resting by the well alone while the disciples are away buying food. A perfect setting for Jesus to bring living water to a woman in need of more than just drinking water, a woman in need of love, forgiveness, and acceptance. So he speaks to her, a woman alone, a woman not related to him, a woman of a culture that worshiped God in the wrong temple on the wrong mountain, a woman who is an outcast, in all aspects a woman not worthy to be acknowledged by a good Jew. He asks her for a drink of water. She comes back at him with, "How can you ask me for a drink?" She's well aware of the social divide that exists between them and of her own standing in the town. Speaking with Jesus adds another piece of fuel to fan the fire of gossip about her, to give the town busybodies more to talk about. Jesus cuts through all the barriers that society has put in place. He gets to the core of her needs. He offers her life-giving water, water from an eternal well, a spiritual fountain that never will run dry. He then tells her everything she has ever done, regardless of all the problems, all the mistakes, all the sin in her life, or rather, exactly because of all the mess that is her life. He comes to her as Savior, Messiah. She is so filled with the joy of forgiveness, of restoration, that he brings to her life, she forgets the physical water, forgets her shame, forgets the way the villages have treated her, and runs. She runs to tell everyone that she has met Messiah. We are told that many people believed Jesus was the Messiah because of her testimony, and then that many more believed because they met Jesus for themselves. This morning, I would like to share with you a modern-day ministry that provides pure drinking water and the living water of the good news of the gospel to the people of the Democratic Republic of the Congo.